Now we hear from Dr. Assalian. Thanks to Naz, Dr. Shenoy. Thank you. Dr. Pierre Assalian from the Department of Psychiatry.
Well, what one can say about Richard, first thing, looking at the crowd today, I think he did one of the great things that he did by not, unfortunately, being here is that he gathered us. Our department was known to be a family. We sang in many of our activities, we are family. And seeing today some colleagues and some friends that I have not seen for ages, that really is something about Richard that we are all here. What else one can say? I collaborated with Richard for 33 years, working together in my area of interest of, among others, transgendered people. He helped us in doing some of the testing, some of the understanding of the psychodynamic issues. And really, about 2 years ago, there was a famous case. It was in the media where a transgender lawyer from Quebec City was suing the armed forces, the Canadian Armed Forces, for $1 million for claiming that they have not accepted him because he was transgendered. So, and especially was among the papers, there was an MMPI which was administered by one of the psychiatrists in town who sort of presented it as this is a very normal person, there is no psychopathology, and the Army has to take him. So we spent, my team and Richard spent almost a month in Quebec City, sort of being grilled by the transgender person. And it would be really a very long day. We had to, after the finishing the court day, we go back to the hotel between the lawyers, ourselves, trying to give them some idea of what is happening. Then we go out for dinner. And many of the restaurants and cafes in Quebec City have sort of known about us when we used to go there because we laughed, and he always tried to encourage me to drink a couple of beers to relax. But I did sometimes, and sometimes I preferred eating than drinking. Finally, after all this long waiting time, we won our case. The president of the tribunal said that there was no evidence that the Army refused this person based on sort of discrimination. Let me read a sort of passage from the 350 pages of the tribunal decision. I'll read it in French, and I'll try to give to my American friends a translation. The judge says, le tribunal a grandement apprécié la clarté des informations et des explications qui lui furent fournies en ce qui est trait à l'administration et l'interprétation des tests MMPI ainsi que son professionnalisme. Talking about Richard, that really the court greatly appreciated the whole meaning and understanding of the MMPI and that the professionalism of Dr. Karmel. And I would say that this probably was a pivotal decision on our favor when Richard have really completely destroyed the allegation of the other psychiatrists that this is a normal MMPI. also known Richard whenever I did work for many years at this Transitional Day program, and I learned so much about his interpretation of MMPI. That was really, really, truly an instructive, almost like Richard without really seeing the patient, as if he had him in his office for hours and hours trying to understand him. And that helped us a lot in going back and confront the patient with some of the finding of Richard. So Richard, I will say to you that you have gone quickly. We did not expect that. We cannot forgive you for that, and we cannot forget you. Every time I will see an MMPI report, I will remember you, Richard. Every time I will see a Rorschach report, I will remember you. You know, as in the license plate of our cars, it says in Quebec, je me souviens, I will remember. I will remember you, Richard. Always, also, you know, many of us talked about it, but whenever we'll smell a coffee, we'll remember you. Sometimes he would come and say, hey, Pierre, come, we have a fresh coffee. I don't know whether it was Kathy who prepared it, but I said, no, no, I did prepare it. Well, we have a problem, because what we will do with the leftover food? Richard was great. Whenever there is any leftover food, Richard was there. Richard, may you rest in peace. Maybe that we have our fantasies of what you are doing upstairs, but one of them, maybe we talked about music, we talked about maybe you are making coffee for all your friends and family up there. We'll always miss you. You will be always in our heart. And my sincere sympathy to your family, to your sister, Nina, to Jeff, to Marisa, and I think there are other members of the family, and to all of us. You will be always in our heart.